Okay, so I'm never really one for getting in YouTube drama or YouTube beef, right? But something that's really been annoying me recently has been people talking about the MJ face model and the MJ design in Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and basically just all of the face designs in Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and basically talking about how quote-unquote trash they are. Okay, and I'm just gonna put this out there. The only reason you don't like it is because it's slightly different than the first game. It's natural. Humans hate change. We hate change. We really do. But to say that these face models are trash? Really? They're really that bad? Even some creators like the amazing Lucas going on to say that apparently the MJ face model is not the same. Not the same? Really? Not the same? That's exactly the same face model. From a distance, it may look slightly different because obviously transferring from the PS4 to the PS5 with ultra enhanced graphics and a bunch of other things for the game as well, obviously it's going to look different. But they do look like the same person. I think one of the biggest details on the face is the nose. If you look at the nose from Marvel's Spider-Man 1 and Marvel's Spider-Man 2, the noses are identical, along with the lips as well. The thickness of the lips and the little curvature on the top lip as well, that's exactly the same. Also, how wide and how tall the eyes are, and that little dink in the corner of the eye, that's exactly the same too. Also, the eyebrows are exactly the same thickness, exactly the same length, and are exactly the same distance apart as Marvel's Spider-Man 1. The only noticeable difference that I can see is the jaw is slightly thicker on the Marvel Spider-Man 2 version, and Mary Jane's hairline seems to have been brought down very slightly. But obviously, the hair itself is a massive change from Marvel Spider-Man 1. I mean, in Marvel Spider-Man 1, she had a ponytail and a fringe, and in this game, she doesn't have either of those. She literally just has, like, normal hair. This is literally the same face model. I don't know what anyone is talking about when they say that the face model's completely changed now. It's exactly the same. Plus, the same face model from Marvel Spider-Man 1 literally worked on Marvel Spider-Man 2. Stephanie Tyler Jones. That is the person who did the face model for both games, and she did it in Marvel Spider-Man 2. And it's the same voice actress for good measure as well. So I don't know what anyone is talking about when it comes to Marvel Spider-Man 2 and the face models, especially Mary Jane Watson. Like I alluded to at the start of the video, I think the only reason people are mad at this face design and people are starting to hate on it is because it's something different. Yes, Mary Jane looks different. Yes, Peter Parker does look slightly different. And yes, Miles Morales does look slightly different. But it is a new game. It's on the PS5. It's the sequel. They aren't just going to have the exact same designs as the first game. You have to expect change when you come into these things. And I bet when Marvel Spider-Man 3 comes out as well, the designs will be changed then too. And the only reason I'm making this claim is because whenever I've watched videos or I've seen people commenting on Twitter or other social medias alike about how they don't like the designs from Marvel Spider-Man 2, especially MJ, none of them ever give any good reason as to why they actually don't like them. So you know what? I'm gonna run a little thought experiment. In the comment section down below, if you don't like the design for MJ in Marvel Spider-Man 2, give me a good reason. I want to hear a solid opinion as to why you don't like the face model. Personally, I like it. I like the design. I think MJ looks really, really cool in Marvel Spider-Man 2, and I think she looks better than she did in Marvel Spider-Man 1. But I'm just curious as to why people don't like it. It is exactly the same face model. Maybe it's the hair. If it's the hair, fair enough. Maybe it's the fact that the jaw is slightly thicker than the first game. Then fair enough. But I don't see anyone saying this. All I ever see people say is that it looks different from Marvel Spider-Man 1, and that's what makes it bad. In fact, the only real criticism that I can think of apart from those two things is that MJ may look slightly older. But obviously this game takes place 9 months after Miles Morales, which did take place a significant amount of time after Marvel Spider-Man 1 as well. Bearing in mind we haven't seen MJ since Marvel Spider-Man 1. So this MJ is 9 months older plus the time in between Miles Morales and Marvel Spider-Man 1. Remember, she has aged up. But people age, right? I mean, she's still in her 20s. What is she, 23 in Marvel Spider-Man 1? So she's still at that age, at that point in her life where there is a significant change year to year when people do age up. Like, I'm 21 years old right now. I look completely different than I did when I was 20. And I'm sure when I'm 22, I'll look completely different again. It won't be till I'm like 29, 30 where I start looking the same for like 5 years on end. But yeah, that's the only other criticism for this that I can really think of. But I like it. I like the face design. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And if you think there's anything wrong with it, then I want to know in the comment section down below. I'm genuinely curious as to what your solid valid criticism is in the comment section down below. But either way, let's talk about Peter Parker for a moment. I just want to say, I really did not like the face change at first. I thought it was weird. I thought it was unnecessary, and I was in the camp that, you know, we have seen John Bubniak's face model from the very start of Marvel Spider-Man 1 when it first came out on the PS4. And obviously we followed that version of the character, and we followed his story, we followed his emotions, and we've seen everything that's happened to him firsthand. And that is the face that we associate with that universe's Peter Parker. So obviously when the face model changed, it's like you are dissociating with who you have been following for such a long time. And I got that. I totally got that. It's like if you recast an actor. If you recast an actor halfway through a franchise, especially if they are the main protagonist, you know, audiences can be alienated because they can be dissociated by the look of the new actor. A recent example of this is obviously Henry Cavill leaving The Witcher for Liam Hemsworth. I'm sure the audiences aren't going to be happy that the face of the main protagonist of the series is changing, since they have spent the good part of 3 seasons with Henry Cavill's face. The same sort of thing applied to Marvel Spider-Man 1, and I totally got that. But when it comes to Marvel Spider-Man 2, the new face model fits right in. And yeah, it looked a little bit weird on the remaster, but obviously that new face model wasn't meant for Marvel Spider-Man 1. But you can really tell that this face model was meant for Marvel Spider-Man 2, based on how good it looks. Compare it to the remaster, and even Miles Morales to some extent. The difference in quality and the way that it moves between the two, even in the way that it fits Yuri Lowenthal's voice, is so substantial you can notice the difference. So when it comes to Marvel Spider-Man 2, I'm actually happy about the new face model. I think it looks really, really good. Obviously, I'm not happy about the decision to change it in the first place, but I do think the way that it looks in the second game looks really, really good. But yeah, since we were on the topic of face models, I just wanted to talk about Peter Parker real quick. But that's my opinion on MJ. I don't think she looks any different. I think people saying that she looks too different, I think just haven't really analyzed the face enough to realize that it literally is the same actress. And you've got to remember, the game isn't even out yet. When the game does eventually come out, you'll get to see MJ in a lot clearer detail. We've only seen her in a few shots as of now, so there's a chance that the lighting may be putting some people off. So you've just got to wait it out. She might actually look up to people's standards in the actual game. But either way, in my personal opinion, I really like the new MJ design with the hair and everything. I think it looks really, really cool. But let me know in the comment section down below, like I did say, what are your opinions on this? I want to know all of your thoughts. And with that being said, like this video if you did enjoy. Also, if you do want to support me as a creator, the best way you can do that is by clicking the join button down below and becoming a member. Just for 99 pence a month, which I think is like $1.20. You can get every video I upload early and with various other stuff as well, various other perks and all good stuff like that. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care and peace.